Jeff Bezos' best inspirational speeches.
If we can keep our competitors focused on us while we stay focused on the customer, ultimately we'll turn out all right. If you're not stubborn, you'll give up on experiments too soon. And if you're not flexible, you'll pound your head against the wall and you won't see a different solution to a problem you're trying to solve. Email has some magical ability to turn off the politeness gene in a human being. I wanted a woman who could get me out of a third world prison. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. We are stubborn on vision. We are flexible on details. Invention is by its very nature disruptive. If you want to be understood at all times, then don't do anything new. People who are right most of the time are people who change their minds often. A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well. We can't be in survival mode. We have to be in growth mode. Work hard, have fun, make history. If you never want to be criticized, for goodness sake don't do anything new. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. The great thing about fact-based decisions is that they overrule the hierarchy. In the old world, you devoted 30% of your time to building a great service and 70% of your time to shouting about it. In the new world, that inverts. Your margin is my opportunity. I wanted to project myself forward to age 80 and say, okay, I'm looking back on my life. I want to minimize the number of regrets I have. And I knew that when I was 80, I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not ever having tried. I knew that that would haunt me every day. The death knell for any enterprise is to glorify the past, no matter how good it was. Maintain a firm grasp of the obvious at all times. It's not an experiment if you know it's going to work. If you decide that you're going to do only the things you know are going to work, you're going to leave a lot of opportunity on the table. When you receive criticism from well-meaning people, it pays to ask, are they right? And if they are, you need to adapt what they're doing. If they're not right, if you really have conviction that they're not right, you need to have that long-term willingness to be misunderstood. It's a key part of invention. Start with the customer and work backward. One of the things that I hope will distinguish Amazon.com is that we continue to be a company that defies easy analogy. This requires a lot of innovation, and innovation requires a lot of random walk. If everything you do needs to work on a 3-year time horizon, then you're competing against a lot of people. But if you're willing to invest on a 7-year time horizon, you're now competing against a fraction of those people. Just by lengthening the time horizon, you can engage in endeavors that you could never otherwise pursue. Cultures aren't so much planned as they evolve from that early set of people. No business can continue to shrink. That can only go on for so long before irrelevancy sets in. Your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. People who love all fields of knowledge are the ones who can best spot the patterns that exist across nature. Entrepreneurs must be willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time.